Money doesn't disappear from a construction job all at once. It's not one big mistake. It's not one bad job. It's the stuff that feels too small to worry about. A trade shows up, site is not ready, client asks for a small change, you say, yeah, no worries. The delivery gets pushed just by a few days. None of it feels serious at the moment. But that's exactly how it builds up. And by the time you realize what happened, the job's done, the margin's gone, and you can't really point to why. If you look closely at most construction businesses, they are not struggling because they can't build. They are struggling because there's no one watching the job as a system. Everything is reactive. You solve problems as they come up. You adjust. You push through. And that works until you try to grow. Because more jobs don't just mean more revenue. They mean more moving parts, more decisions, more gaps for things to fall through. Now here's where the perspective changes. A lot of people think project management is about keeping things organized. Good project management is about protecting outcomes before they are at risk, before the delay happens, before the variations get missed, before the budget drifts. It's quiet work. Most of it you don't even see, but that's the point. When builders bring in structured project management support, especially offshore, something interesting happens. They don't suddenly do more. They actually stop doing a lot of the wrong things. They stop chasing updates, double handling communication, stop relying on memory for important details, because now there's someone whose entire role is to make sure nothing gets missed. Let's make this practical. While you're on site dealing with real world problems, there's someone in the background, confirming tomorrow's trades are actually ready, following up on selections that haven't been finalized. Login changes the moment they are mentioned, tracking costs as they move, not weeks later. Not guessing, not assuming. Just staying on top of everything that usually gets pushed aside. And that changes the way a job runs. Not dramatically overnight, but consistently. One confirmed schedule doesn't change much. One captured variation doesn't feel like a breakthrough. One early budget warning doesn't seem critical. But stack that across an entire project, across multiple projects. Now you are talking about weeks saved, stress reduced, thousands recovered. Not because you worked hard, but because things stopped slipping. And this is where offshore gets misunderstood. It's not about replacing your site team. It's about balancing your team. Your local team focuses on execution, quality, and relationships. Your offshore project manager focuses on structure, consistency, and follow through. One build, the other makes sure everything around the build runs properly. So, what do you actually get? Not just a person. You get few things missed, few delays compounding, few will sort it later moments. You get a job that feels under control even when it's busy. Most builders don't need more effort. They need more structure around what they are already doing. That's the difference. If you want to see what that looks like in your business, start with a conversation. Because once the structure is in place, everything else becomes a lot easier to manage.